Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Buffalo Bills.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. On the crossing route, complete. That's Ford. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
McCaffrey on the carry.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week, 23 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Are we playing old school football now? We got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game, so expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
No, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
But that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 24-yard line.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
On 2nd down now. Western all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
First down, Bills.
Operating from the gun, Castillo. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. This is the tight end Fant. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
From the gun, Castillo. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Noah Fant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now 3rd and 4.
7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the crossing route complete. That's Fernandez. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
C.D. Lamb. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Castillo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Castillo. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Castillo. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Castillo to throw again. And that's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 4 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 3rd down, Weston. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. What a big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there are going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
11 on the play.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
T. Higgins was the intended target.
And now it's second down. Throwing again. Castillo. His throw incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw is Castillo. On third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Ford.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ford.
Castillo's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there is they were able to connect.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey.
And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard gain.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has. And that number has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Steps Gets away to his left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start with a battle of East versus West in the NFC, with Tampa Bay hosting San Francisco. And this, a 6-point differential as they've gone to halftime. The Buccaneers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Baker Mayfield, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they lead the visiting Atlanta Falcons at halftime. Sam Darnold, a touchdown pass in that first half. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now, loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down at the 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. To throw from his end zone. Castillo over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's Castillo. Looking to throw on 2nd down. This is Fant on the short completion. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ford. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 39-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's free going
partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. From the gun, Castillo. Able to find Higgins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Switch to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Castillo.
He goes right back to Higgins, and this time he's got him.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills cut into that lead.
For the extra point.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Castillo from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's more.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And, Charles, maybe that's one they had dialed up. Hey, if we're in a 4th and goal situation, we're going to our muscle.
And you can feel the boom, boom, boom all the way up here where we sit. The earth was shaking, and he found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but that's such a great guy to have around the goal line, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's a great extra dimension to add to your offense. And you can finish things with power. That's hard for a defense to deal with.
The extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Castillo now, throwing on fourth down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Bills drive stalls out on fourth down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, they were 2 for 3 on fourth down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. They finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 12-yard line.
And now out come the Bills. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Castillo. This is Fant on the short completion. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Operating from the gun. Castillo. This pass complete to Higgins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And the Bills first down.
Castillo on 1st and 2. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and snap him short of the first down.
The
The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He may try and run for this. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down, it's Morris. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Minnesota, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Buffalo,